Hey, what's up, guys? Hope all is well with you. Um, there are some things I want to discuss, and I'm just gonna get to the bottom of it. The question is, have I been watching the WNBA games? Of course, I've been watching WNBA games. I haven't done a video in a while, but I have been watching the games. So just because I'm not doing a video doesn't mean I'm not watching the games because I have been watching the games. And I've seen a lot that's been going on the past few weeks and this past weekend, with Angel Reese having a wrist injury. And there's a lot of other stuff going on, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. My concern is, and this is something I've been wanting to talk about for a while, because I think this needs to be more of a discussion. And yeah, like there's a lot of topics based on Caitlin Clark, Angel Reeves, Rookie of the Year. I mean, it all of that don't even matter to me anymore. What I really want to talk about is Nika Muhl. My thing is with her, because I don't know the girl personally, but I just feel like my question for her is, why are you sitting on the bench all season, knowing you're not getting playing time? And it seemed like she's staying because of the little fits that they do when they take pictures before the game. Yeah, that's good and all, but you're not there to be a supermodel. You're there to be a basketball player. And you have to decide what's more important. Like Nika, you're not even getting records or numbers. What do you have to show to be playing on the court? You have nothing to show to Seattle. Basically, I can't say Seattle because they're not playing you. You have nothing to show to these other teams that you deserve to be traded to their team. And in that case, you've been sitting on the bench all season. And you were better off staying at UConn. You could have did a fifth season at UConn. If you sit on the bench, then why? That was just a waste of time coming to the WNBA. You could have did a fifth season if you wanted to. And it's like, are you questioning whether or not you're going to get playing time? But it doesn't even matter anymore because the season is just ending. I mean, Seattle Storm, it's obvious they're going to the playoffs. But I'm going to just keep it real. They're not going to let you play in the playoffs because if you haven't been playing all season and it's not even the playoffs, then what makes you think they're going to let you play now? All I'm trying to say is Nika Muhl needs to consider trading to another team if she is serious about basketball. I mean, yeah, we women, we like clothes, but my question for Nika is, are you there to be a supermodel or are you there to play basketball? Because to me, it seemed like you're there to be a supermodel. And I'm not saying like the clothes she wear, it's bad. She shows off nice clothes. Like the whole season, she has been taking pictures in nice stuff. And that's fine. But is your concern is playing on the court? Are you more worried about showing off your fashion fits or are you worried about playing basketball? Because to me, it seemed like none of that matters to you. Because if it did, you could have been requesting the trade a long time ago. And I understand, like in the beginning of the season, yeah, Seattle Storm decided to accept you on the team because I know they were doing cuts during training. You're officially on the team, but you're not getting that playing time. You feel it out a bit, but after so many games, you're like, wait a minute, I'm here to play basketball, not be sitting on the bench every game. And then you have people coming to see you, Nika. That's the thing. People are coming to see this girl play, and she doesn't get playing time. like she has to feel some type of way when she had people coming to the game to see her, like Paige Beckers. Paige Beckers has always gone to the Seattle store game to support her. And it's sad when you have your good friends coming, they wearing your jersey, you sitting on the bench not playing. They shouldn't have to come to see that. Because if it was me, I'm not sitting on no bench. I would have been requested a trade off that team. And I don't know what goes on behind the scenes, but it's obvious that she's putting up with it. Like, don't put up with it. Know your worth. You're better than this. You don't need to be on the bench. The clothes, don't worry about the clothes. You want to show off clothes, be a darn supermodel. But your concern is being on that court. You need to show you're just as talented as Caitlin Clark. You're just as talented as these other rookies, like Rakia Jackson. And Nika Muhl, she's a very good player. I've seen her play at UConn. She's good with assists. So if she would have had a lot of playing time, she would have had like maybe good assists. She would have been on the possibly on the list for Rookie of the Year. Not saying she would have gotten it, but she would have been in talks possibly. She would have gotten some type of award, some possible award. And, I just hate to see good players on the bench like that. You draft them and then they sitting on the bench all season. And that's when you have to speak up. Like, are you speaking up as a player? Are you asking, like, are you talking to the coach, like, what are your plans for me next year? But you can't guarantee what's going to happen to you next year. You need to look out for you, Nika, and do the right thing, go to another team. Now, Celeste Taylor, on the other hand, she's doing good at Phoenix. Now, I don't know how long she would have lasted at Indiana. I know Indiana just decided to get rid of her. And then she ended up on Phoenix Mercury. So I don't know what her thinking was at the time, but I'm just glad she's on another team where she's showing her talent, where she's getting playing time. So I don't know if Celeste would have just put up with it, but I don't know. I doubt it. I don't know. I don't know these players. I don't know what they think, but I can tell when she gets on the court and they want to put her in, when it's like maybe 50 seconds left for the game and the team already won. Like, that's sad. And I can see it on her face. She didn't like that. And I'm sure Nika Muhl does not like being on the bench like that. But I think it's up to her at this point to do something about it. And you have to question that. Like, fans are saying, oh, why Nika on the bench? She shouldn't be on the bench. They're putting Gabby Williams in the game over Nika. Yeah, you can say that, but are you asking Nika what is she doing about it? Are you asking her, is she speaking up about it? What she think? Is one thing, like, yeah, the coach is part of the problem too. We can't blame the coach 100%. It's like 50-50. You have to blame the player too if they're putting up with it all season. Like the first few games, you not playing. Like in the beginning of the season, she wasn't playing. It's like, okay, she's not playing her. But when it comes to the point when the season about to be over and it's playoffs, basically you're not going to play because you didn't play all season. Then that's when you question, like, how could you put up with this? You have to question Nika as of now. For next season, like, what are you going to do for next season? Are you going to ask for a trade? Are you going to just wear the clothes before the game and show off your outfits on the net and then sit on the bench? You have to know your worth. Because if you want to be a basketball player, be a basketball player. That's what you're there for, to be a basketball player. You want to be a supermodel, then you need to sign with the modeling agency. Sign with Ford Models. Sign with Wilhelmina Models. If you want to be a model, do that. But you're not there for that. You're there to play basketball. And that's what I don't like, with the fashion fits with some of the players. Like some of the players forget that they're there to play basketball. Because a long time ago, when the WNBA started, they wasn't even doing all that. The fashion fits of what the players were wearing. They focused on basketball. And that's what I liked about the WNBA when it started years ago. They didn't do none of that. The media focused on the basketball, not what these women was coming to the gym wearing. I mean, that's not the concern. So, my advice for Nika is to consider a trade. You don't need to be on the bench. You're better than that. Know your worth, ladies. That's in the WNBA game. Know your worth no matter what sport you play. It could be volleyball, basketball, soccer, any sport that you're playing, tennis, gymnastics. Ladies, know your worth. Don't sit back and just put up with some things that you don't need to put up with. You're better than that. And that's what I learned as for myself, throughout the years. Like things, whether it come to just life in general, you just have to know your worth and speak up when need to, and don't put up with no crap. And I'm pretty much done with that. I just want to I'm going to talk about the Angel Reese wrist injury. So with her wrist being hurt, I did see a video of her saying that there was an option of whether she should get surgery or don't get surgery on her wrist, and if she don't get surgery and let it heal on its own, then she can get arthritis, if she don't get the surgery. So she's getting the surgery. And I do notice that Chicago is playing better for some reason without her being there. So I'm going to be rooting for Chicago. I think they're going to make the playoffs. I think they have a chance of making the playoffs. I'm going to be rooting for them. Because I actually want Camila Cardoso to go all the way to the playoffs. I've always liked how Camila Cardoso play. So I just hope Camila get her shine that she deserves. Because she played good at South Carolina. But it seemed like everything just I wouldn't say went down for her, but it seemed like she wasn't much talked about because of Angel Reese being on the team. But now that Angel Reese is not playing, this is the time for Camila to shine. So let's pray for Chicago. Indiana Fever, I hope they make it to the playoffs too, because I know they've been struggling the past few years. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Drop your comments below, like, subscribe. Mainly just tell me what you think of this Nika situation, because we all know how we feel about Angel Reese, Chicago Sky, Indiana Fever. That's nothing new, because after a while you get tired of talking about that. But just let me know what you think of this Nika Muhl situation. Do you think she should request a trade? Like, what do you think of all this? Because if you're sitting on the bench all season, you were better off staying at UConn the 5th year. But that's how I see the situation, and I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. Because I'm tired of the fans saying, oh, you need to put Nika Muhl in. But have you questioned Nika as to why is she continuing to put up with it? I don't know if contracts have something to do with it, but it don't matter. You can have all the contracts with the team as far as commitments, but they're not playing you. That's the thing. So all of that in the end don't really matter if they're not playing you. All right, so that's all I want to discuss. You all have a good rest of the day.